Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new, and if you've been here before, welcome back. It's really been a boring day for me today because we didn't have electricity, my phone was off. It was just a horrible overall. It was just a horrible day, but I just decided lights came back on like a few minutes ago. I took a shower and I was just like, you know what, let me just talk to these guys. Let me tell them a story and let me be doing my makeup while sharing them my story. So before we get into this video, subscribe to this channel, like this video, share it with your family and friends, and just comment down below your thoughts about this video and everything else, and share this video with your family and friends and everybody that you care about, because why not? So like I said, we're going to be doing makeup in today's video. Disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna do like basic makeup, the makeup that I usually do on a daily basis. So yeah, let's get into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna use Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It's like my primer. I'm just gonna like apply, and then from there, okay, so let's get into the story, right? I brush my eyebrows, and then from there I'm gonna like draw. This is a MAC pencil. Anyways, so for those that know me, really know that this year I had. Guys, how do you talk and do your makeup? I feel like this is hard. Oh my goodness. For those that know me, know that this year I'd really planned to celebrate my Christmas in style. Like last year, not this year, because I mean, I'm still in 2021, guys, mentally. I don't know if you are in this year, but mentally, I am in 2021. Anyways, so I really had plans because it was the year that I was gonna get my first Christmas tree. It was the year that I'd be, celebrating my Christmas as a married woman. It was just that year for me. So I really had, I used black eyeliner for some reason. I feel like it really goes well with my face anyway. So it was just this year that I was like, you know what? I feel like this is the year that I begin some of the traditions that I want to be happening in my home, in our home, like you get. So it was just a great way to like, I don't really, it was just a great way to like accept everything and yeah, just like start a new chapter in my life. So Um, it was a really tough year for me, guys. Planning a wedding is one of the 1,000 ways to die. It's like it's a lot. Planning a wedding is a lot, you guys. I'm not going to advise, wouldn't advise anyone. I think it's very important to have a wedding planner if you have the money. But yeah, anyway, so after the whole wedding and stuff like that, I was like, you know what? I'm going to like just enjoy my marriage, enjoy that I am now starting this new chapter in my life and stuff like that. But then I was like, you know what, let me get, yeah, anyways, I'm gonna use this. Yeah, so as I was saying, I had started a new chapter in my life and I was in a very good place. Honest, I won't lie, I was in a very good place. I was just in a place where I don't know if you guys can see me. I was in a place where mentally, after the wedding, mentally I was fine, emotionally I was okay, and it was a really nice place to be in. So now I'm like, oh my goodness, let me get a Christmas tree. I wanted to actually do a video of Christmas shopping and stuff like that, but then that's where it all began. The first time that I went to like get um the Christmas tree and go shopping and stuff like that, um the ATM ended up eating my money. So I couldn't get the stuff that day because duh, obviously I was broke. I couldn't like get stuff because the money that I had planned to get the stuff with had been swallowed by the ATM. So I had to like wait for the bank to reverse my money and stuff like that. And considering that it was a weekend, I couldn't really like, you know, I couldn't really like, they couldn't really do it. So I had to like wait until it was a Monday. And then after they returned my money, that was on Monday. I really couldn't go in town. It was just too much, you guys. So I was like, I can't really go in town because of work. And at the same time, that's when I like started feeling sick. Like my throat was dry. Don't like I usually get allergies, but this time around it was different. It was like, and I barely get a cough. So I knew that something was wrong, yeah. But then in my head, I'm just like, you know what? You're okay. You're fine. You're gonna be fine. You're overthinking it, you know. So I just decided to like let it be. Tuesday come, and I made that day on Monday. That same day, I made like ginger tea. Like every time I'm coming down with something, every time I feel like my throat is dry and stuff like that, I usually just make ginger tea, or I make myself, or I take lemons um and mix with what do you call this, and just I just slice a lemon, add some salt, and I know I'm good to go. But this time around it was so different. Like I did that, but I woke up the next day and it was worse. And I'm like, oh, okay. So this is serious. But then in my head I'm like, nah, you're cool. But then I thought something was off. So on Wednesday I was like, oh my goodness. It's getting worse. Now I'm coughing. Now I have a flu. I have a runny nose. Reality started sinking in, you guys. On my top part, I'm gonna use a different shade of concealer. It's still LA Girl. I got this from a friend. She's the one that sells. I just like made it up. I'm like, you know what? You have to go to the hospital, no matter what. So before I go to work, like I was like, you know what? Let me go to the hospital. The first thing that I have to do is get to the hospital. Now, I go to the hospital, you guys. We sit outside waiting for the doctor to come and stuff like that. And I think it was the nurse that was like, oh, come inside. I went. He asked me the symptoms I was feeling. And this was like me having a runny nose, me coughing, my chest started to hurt every time I coughed. So like I told them that this is what I'm feeling. And then the guy's like, oh, okay, cool, we have to do a COVID test. I'm like, yeah, sure, cool, whatever. But mind you, my heart was I was scared out of my mind. Anyway, so they did the test, they ran the test, and then the nurse is like, you have to sit here and wait, blah 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 blah. I'm like, why not just tell me the results though? Like, am I cool? Am I good? He's like, no, I'm not. I can't tell you the results because I'm not really the right person to do that. I'm like, oh my goodness. That was when I knew. That was when I knew that yeah, I think I have COVID. Anyway, so now I'm there waiting for the doctor to come and stuff like that. In my heart, literally, guys, my heart is up. Like it was beating so fast I could actually feel it. I would feel that I'm not okay emotionally. Like I was, oh my goodness, I was just in that space. Like. Anyways, now the doctor comes. He's like, oh, you can come in. I go into his office. And this nigga starts saying, oh, it's okay. I'm like, what's okay? You get, like, I'm like, what is okay? Oh, it's manageable. You can beat it, stuff like that. Like, just going into details. I'm like, what are you talking about in my head? Next thing, he's like, oh, you have COVID and stuff like that. I was like, what? 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 I started crying, you guys. I know maybe it was I don't think it was a bit dramatic because I was just like, no, like I just felt sad. And then he goes to say, no, but you don't have to worry because it's something that you can manage and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay. That was what I was simply saying because I was in shock. I was in tears. I was just all over the place. Like I was just all over the place. And I think pretty much this doctor just thought, what is she? Why are you crying, girl? Like, why are you crying? But for me, that was like a lot. So now that I've been told that I have COVID, they gave me medicine, obviously. So I got azithromycin, and then I got what do you call this? I got um amoxicillin, and then I was told to go buy vitamin C um and I also got zinc. Yeah, I got zinc, I got azithromycin, I got vitamin C. No, I got zinc, azithromycin, and I got Panadol and amoxicillin because I also had body pains. So now this guy is like, oh, you also have to like go get vitamin C. In my head, I'm like, ain't you supposed to have this like readily available? Because if I'm going to buy vitamin C, it simply means that I'll also be meeting people that I'm not even supposed to be, regardless of how how I protect myself, but I'm still going to meet people. But I had no choice because I had to go get the medicine. From the runny nose that I had and the flu and the cough that I had rather, it just became worse. I think in my head it was now instilled that, girl, yeah, you are sick and stuff like that. So now I was just there like, wow, I have COVID. Like, how do I protect the people I love? How do I protect my husband? So on the day I got COVID, I had the runny nose, and then there was I had the runny nose, there was the whole headache thing, my body hurt. I had a cough, my chest hurt. I was just in that place where I'm like, oh, okay, we have this, we're moving on, we're just going to like apply a bit of concealer. So now I get home. Luckily, my husband was around, so like I didn't have to like worry about what to eat, worry about what to, how to take care of myself because I had somebody. Now, that means Christmas was cancelled. So I had to be home. I was so hurt, guys. I was so hurt because this was like the Christmas I had planned to do the most. I think God knew. He knew that, girl. So like for my foundation, I'm going to use Real Matte Liquid Foundation Full Coverage by Avon. I get this from a friend, Charlotte. She sells Avon products, so I'm gonna put her link down below. Yeah, just for the sake of if you need any Avon products. So on the second day, after being found with COVID, I couldn't like sit properly, guys. I was in so much pain. I think it was more about my mind. How do you do Christmas when you have COVID, you guys? That was sad for me because you know how everything else was like everything I'd done throughout the year, the savings I'd made that month were meant for me to go Christmas shopping, spend it with my family and friends, and just do things that I hadn't done, in a really long time throughout the year because with the whole wedding and stuff, like I had to save. I don't know what I'm doing, you guys, but I know I'm doing it. So just just like listen to what I'm saying. That's the important part. I had a headache in my body. I had a headache in my, oh my goodness, you guys. So after that, the medicine helped in a way. And like when I went back for the checkup, they were like, "Oh, you're cool, but your heart rate is so high." Like apparently, the normal heart rate is supposed to be up to 100, but mine was like 124. So they were like, "Oh, you just have to monitor yourself, monitor the things you do, your surroundings, make sure you're not stressed and stuff like that." I was just like, how am I not supposed to be stressed when I have, you know? Okay, for my powder as well, I'm gonna use Grwm Avon Trends. Guys, like I said, this is just my makeup, my daily makeup. I don't contour, I don't highlight, I don't even know how to do all of those things. Anyways, so yeah, I'm okay now. But I think in the video that I did when I was doing the Christmas tree, I don't know if you guys could hear my voice, but it was so close, like it was so hard, like it was rough, like my video was so rough. Like that's when I knew that, oh yeah, something is wrong. I would say the major problems that I had were after I started to feel better, like there was no runny nose, um there was no chest pains and stuff. I could feel like there's some blockage on my throat, like on my chest, like I could feel like it had been blocked, and I had this tense feeling. Like every time I did something, whether it's just waking up from bed, going to the bathroom, having a bath, like I could feel like my body was, I would feel so tense. Like I had this weird heat that I was feeling. Like no matter how hot it is, guys, I never go to bed without covering myself up. And I can never sleep with the fan on because every time I sleep with the fan on, like I wake up with the flu. I can't, so I don't really sleep with the fan on. But this time around, you guys, like I slept with a fan on and I didn't even cover myself. So like these are the things that I would say were like the serious things that I felt when I got sick. I'm better. I don't have COVID. Got checked. My husband got checked as well. He doesn't have COVID. I'm back at work. So I think I would say that this Christmas was a fail. Total bust. So see what is in my head. I just have to like, yeah, do my hair properly, and then I'm gonna have to go and cook. So if I'm to summarize what I was feeling, the first day it was just chest pains. The second day it was chest pains and the flu. Third day, chest pains, runny nose, and the flu, a really terrible flu, and some body pains. Fourth day, it was a runny nose, chest pains, a weird cough. My body hurts. Like I felt like I'd been exercising every time I did anything. Like I would feel like I'd been exercising, and I started to feel this intense heat. Like I was so hot all the freaking time. Like I was feeling hot every freaking time. Like I had to always make sure I'm in a place where I don't, I don't feel that hot. Oh, I forgot to do the lips, you guys. Anyways, on the sixth day, fifth day, I'm not sure. I've forgotten what I was saying. On the sixth day, fifth day, it was just the hotness. I like it was just the heat, slight body pains, and yeah. And that's when I went to get checked. That's when they told me that my heart rate was so high, so that I had to just monitor myself, make sure that I'm not stressed, make sure that I'm not overthinking. I'm gonna use normal eyeliner, the ones that I use for my eyes. Now on the seventh day, um, I still had a cough, and I had no flu. I had body pains. I had, yeah. And on the eighth day, that's when I was like back on my feet. That's when I was like, oh, okay, able to do certain things and stuff like that. I think after that day, from there, I still feel like I'm exercising. whenever I do stuff. I think it's because I was bedridden for some time. But aside from that, I'm okay. I'm still taking the vitamin C that I bought. But oh my goodness, guys, be safe. When they say mask up, sanitize, do this and that, they mean it. Do it. Don't be hesitant. Don't be like, oh no, I can't, I don't go out, I don't do this, I don't do that. I'm always, just be careful, you guys. You don't know who has it and you don't know who doesn't. So don't really just test COVID with, you know, with your eyes, because it's real, guys. If you're scared to get tested when you feel the signs, guys, just go do it. Get it over with. The the sooner you know about, the sooner you know about yourself and your health, the better you can treat it. And it's not just about you. Remember this, it's not just about you, it's about the people also around you. Could be friends, could be your family members, it could be, yeah. And also, one thing that I would say I was doing during this period, aside from taking my medication, was steaming. Like, I would cover myself with a blanket or a duvet, anything that is more like a more like anything that is like um chodzaza, like chokutala, something I don't know. Guys, chizungu tal. Chokutala, something that you can cover yourself and be able to produce more heat. So like the steaming for me helped in a way. Just sad that I didn't get to experience Christmas though. But aside from that, I'm just grateful that I'm better and my family is better, because during this period, my mom had COVID, my big brother had COVID, I had COVID. So it was just, it wasn't a really nice place to be in. Anyways, what a long video, huh? Like I said, it was story time. So this was pretty much me sharing my story with you. A new year, guys. It's a really good year. And it's it's just a good year. It's going to be a great year. I have that feeling. I know I had the same feeling for Christmas, that I was going to have fun, but I am optimistic that this year I'm going to have fun and I'm going to live it to the fullest and everything else. So, Happy New Year is the final look. It's like my everyday look. I wouldn't say contour, guys, and put lashes. But aside from that, yeah, this is my everyday look. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you're going to share it with your family and friends. And I hope you're going to subscribe to this channel, because more content is coming this year. It's going to be a great year, you guys. So if you want to enjoy more of my videos, if you want to see more of my videos, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to this channel. Like, I'm begging you, please, please, please subscribe. Comment down below what you think of this video. And yeah, Happy New Year, you guys, and until my next video, peace.